Have some freezing rain and some sleet in spots coming up tomorrow. Take a look at temperatures right now. We're in the 30s, about 40 in Islip as well as Belmar. A little chillier there in Newburgh. It does feel a bit chillier than that when you factor in these wind speeds. Winds in the double digits at LaGuardia, Islip, West Hampton, Bridgeport, Belmar. More like the single digits north and west of the city. Let's take a look now. Wind chills. We talked about that, right? Feels like it's below freezing, especially out in the Hudson Valley, parts of Connecticut, including Bridgeport, Sussex, and we're just at that freezing mark in terms of what it feels like here in Manhattan. Surely not as bad, but still cold nonetheless. Satellite and radar showing we are in between those two systems. High pressure weakening as we speak, giving way to this area of low pressure now, continuing to push off into the Atlantic. But interestingly enough, as I mentioned, we're in between those two systems here. That cold front to our west, well, the two combined, adding that to that area of low pressure will bring us our next event. It's not going to be a major rain snowmaker per se, but it's enough to slow you down and cause a nuisance, especially if you're out on the roads. We do have a little bit of that mixed precipitation. This is what it looks like after midnight, closer to 1:30. It does continue on and off throughout your morning. That morning commute, there could be that icy glaze, especially if you're across the Hudson Valley, parts of Connecticut, north of the I-95 corridor, northern New Jersey, and it's a cold rain elsewhere. And we do have that last batch coming through after about 8 p.m. tomorrow night into early Tuesday morning, so be mindful of that. We could get some wet flakes mixed in with that as well. Another thing we're dealing with, coastal flood warning, that goes into effect tomorrow as well along the Jersey Shore. Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean counties, tides 1 to 2 feet above normal. We also have that coastal flood advisory along the South Shore throughout the afternoon. And a look at your 2-day forecast, below normal temperatures, but we do have a little bit of a bump up, plus some more rain later in the week. We'll talk about that coming up.
Look forward to that. Thank you, Stacy-Ann.
Now it's light to moderate across the area. To our north and west, notice the difference. We are seeing a little bit of that wintry mix already taking shape. Even some freezing rain, that's highlighted in purple. So across the upper Hudson Valley region, folks there getting a dose of that wintry mix, which could mean some icy glaze, little accumulation across the area. Remember, there's expected to be a changeover back to rain sometime tomorrow morning, so a lot of that will get washed away. But nonetheless, just keep note and budget your time accordingly if you happen to be heading out. Upper 30s, low 40s right now, mid-40s to about the 11 o'clock hour. So within the hour, that's going to go into effect, lasting through to flood advisory. We'll talk more about that coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Stacy-Ann. Peter Ginsburg is back in the hospital again.
Table without spilling it at Thanksgiving. We're transporting it on a plate.
Yeah, shove that turkey in your luggage. That's a great idea. Okay, so let's talk about this weather. And the fact that Thanksgiving is right around the corner.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
I know.
So soon.
And it looks to be a pretty nice Thanksgiving weather-wise.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, good news there. But, you know, good mixed with a little not so good, if you will. We got some rain moving through the area. It's light to moderate right now. And here, look at our headlines. It's going to continue through the overnight. Heavy at times. Doesn't really seem to...
What we should expect. Hi, Stacy-Ann.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, we got problems at the airport. Some heavy downpours now coming in across the area. Mixed bag, some freezing rain, as you can see there. Further north, we got more in the way of snow, highlighted in pink. That's your wintry mix. Right now, 3/10 of an inch of rain has been reported at Central Park. There will be a transition, though, to come, so you got to keep it tuned in tight. Right now, highlighted in white, that is your winter storm warning. That goes into effect through Tuesday morning at around 7 o'clock. Times could change, so we will definitely keep you abreast of all that you need to know. Winter weather advisory highlighted in purple. That does include the 5 boroughs now and parts of northern Nassau County, as well as parts of Connecticut there, and even New Jersey. And that will be in effect. That just means that traveling will be treacherous. We got the mixture of sleet, that icy mix that we're expecting. And then right now, temperatures are in the 30s here in the city. However, it's rising. We'll explain how that's going to affect this weather